want to vent about something that's so dumb and mundane, and you guys have no idea what I'm even going to be talking about. Well, I mean, you know what I'm going to be talking about, but I want to get this vent out of the way before everybody gets here, okay? It's not drama. It's literally, I saw a TikTok today and it made me upset. I saw 2 TikToks that made me upset. And so I literally just want to vent to y'all. And I just want to say, if you guys disagree with my point of view, I would literally, I'm not upset. I'm not upset. So if you disagree with me, this is a safe space to be upset about my opinions. I don't care. I think it's really important to have differing opinions about topics. Because whenever I'm going to talk about the first one, which was more serious than the second one I saw, which is like more lighthearted. Clubber, thank you so much for the Prime. Almost at 750 subs. Thank you. Okay, so what I saw was an influencer that I actually really like, and she was dating a guy who was a trend twin. I don't know who those people are, but apparently they're really big in the fitness community. Trend twins. They're like lifters. They lift a lot of weights. They're 2 twins who lift weights. Anyways, long story short, she was dating one of them. She was an influencer who was dating another influencer, and she broke up with her boyfriend because he went to a strip club. And I think, and she got a lot of shit for this. She got so much shit for this. Everybody was like, that's such a dumb reason to break up with somebody, blah, 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 blah. I think, one, anybody is allowed to break up with anybody for any reason. Your opinion does not matter. If somebody looked at me weird, I'd be allowed to break up with you. But 2, and I've said this in stream before, we always talk about this whenever we watch the Girls Next Door videos, that people have different boundaries in relationships. So like how people have open relationships, you may not partake in an open relationship, but your opinion does not matter to those people's relationship. So if this girl said, and apparently she told her boyfriend multiple times, I don't want you to go to strip clubs. And he agreed to that, and he broke that agreement, so you get broken up with. That's what happens. That's what happens. It's like me, because I do, the website, anybody who dates me has to understand that that's just a part of my life. And if they don't want to be with me because of that, they can break up with me. And that's fine. Anyways, how do we get to that conversation? I don't know. But essentially, this girl uploaded another video today talking about SW work in general, sex work in general. I probably won't say that word over and over again for obvious reasons. So whenever I say SW, it means sex work. She uploaded another video where I can see where she's coming from. But she was saying that women who do SW are setting back women years. And lately that's been a thing on like the highly feminist forums. Like if you see it on Twitter, it's like these women are setting back women for years. Yes, killjoy. And I agree with her sentiment, mostly about the industry. She was talking about how it's dangerous and blah, blah, blah. And a lot of people, it's not their first choice. And, it's so hard because I think partly it's true. But then she goes on to say that it was like, you can't do this job without it benefiting men. That you doing this, you're, again, setting back women, you're benefiting men. It affects everybody. So whenever you decide to do this job, you are causing harm to all women. And I want to say my opinion because it actually got me low-key fired up. I'm not like mad. I'm not mad. I love this influencer and I love her content. I think she's really cool. And I think there's some truth to her opinion. But essentially, I went on a little rant on TikTok where I was like, this is the oldest job in history is SW. It's not going to go anywhere. Regardless of my opinion, regardless of your opinion, regardless of anything in the whole world, regardless if it's illegal, because technically it's illegal, people are always going to do it. always. There will always be a way to do it, and it's always gonna be behind your back, and it doesn't matter if it's illegal, doesn't matter if it's legal, people are gonna be fucking doing it. And this is why I think it's harmful to even have it illegally. Let's take it for example of like America banning alcohol. Well, now you got people making fucking alcohol illegally and binge drinking mystery fucking alcohol, because guess what? Now the industry isn't regulated anymore. And it's upsetting because if this industry was regulated better and had more transparency and had more harm reduction, I think that would be the advancement that we would all want. I think that's the best way. And so it just like it low-key kind of hurt my feelings, like watching an influencer that I do enjoy, like say like it's women's fault for doing this. Whenever like I promise you, I mean, we don't even know where the first mention of prostitution is in history. Where's the first mention of prostitution in history? We'll never know. We'll never know. Well, no, I mean like transparency in how the industry works. That's what I mean. Wait. What was I just saying? That it's just, and I don't want to use that as an example either. Hang on, I'm gathering my thoughts. It's just upsetting seeing somebody being like, this is such a harmful industry. Let's blame women for it. Like, you're complaining that women feel like they have to make the decision to get in this work to survive. And so now you have these vulnerable groups of women who are putting themselves in harm's way to survive, and now we're going to blame them. That's what blows my mind. That's what I don't like. Whenever I posted it, somebody else was like, well, women also consume this content, which is also really true. Women also consume this content. And then what about gay men?
Hi, Peach.
Hi, Haley. Thank you for the 17 months. Thank you. Sorry, I'm mid-rant. Like, what about gay men? Like, are we just going to skirt over that one? I just don't get it. And then I saw another TikTok today where, oh my God, I hate this, where I see people complaining about, okay, let me just use an example. This girl uploaded a TikTok where she was like, I really want to call out this girl who's like doing the goth, she's dressing goth for male attention. Huh? Like what? Like, who gives a fuck? And all the comments were a bunch of women tagging other creators, like other women, and being like, she does it for male attention. She's so fucking fake. Like, she's so fake. Like, blah, blah, blah. She does it for men. What the fuck are y'all doing? This girl doesn't dress how I want her to dress, and she doesn't act the way I want her to act. So you're not a girl's girl. You're not a girl's girl, and you do this for men. Oh my God, like, dude, why don't these people touch grass? You guys, you know I hate a lot of people. I hate a lot of fucking people. And I shut my mouth every day. Sometimes I don't shut my mouth. But like, how do we go so full circle in feminism where we're just hating women? I don't get it. And I'm like, am I losing the plot? Am I not the right feminist anymore because I'm an SW person? Like, it does feel like we're going back to like trad wife mentality, bro. Low key. And again, if you disagree with me, that's totally fine. Like, one girl in the comment section was like, hey, so actually people invented the goth aesthetic to avoid men from finding them attractive. And to the men, I'm going to say this, and I'm not accusing you guys in chat, but let me just say, this is a historical thing where men have had relations. They molested dead bodies in morgues. That actually happened at one of my mutuals' funeral homes. So like, dude, you putting on white face makeup isn't gonna avoid that one. Like, I just don't get it. Why? You can't avoid it. And so now we're going back to this, where now it's like, okay, you can't avoid the male gaze. And I realized that whenever I was younger, not whenever I was like 19, 20, I realized I couldn't avoid the male gaze. So I was like, dang, what if I made money off of it? Fuck! No! Those damn male gays.